Great start. Hi, I'm greysongtodd. Welcome to my virtual bots, where I will be watching the new Matrix. It is a wintry hellhole outside, and the thought of going to a movie theater makes me feel claustrophobic inside of my own body. I don't like it. Thankfully, HBO Max is here to provide us the new movies, the big movies, the staple films that we know and love like Space Jam Legacy and Mortal Kombat. And since everything old is new again, it's time to revisit the digital world from 1999. First, The Matrix was reloaded. Then there were Revolutions. And now we have numero 4, Matrix Resurrections. The green screen looks like absolute trash today. Should I just roll with it? How's this movie doing? Are people enjoying it? I haven't heard any buzz about it. Is it too woke? I literally do not know. I'm as blind as Neo himself. What are my feelings? What are my hopes? I don't know. I just want it to look good. That's kind of my main qualm with the latter films and modern filmmaking. The technology seemed to supersede emotional realism of the world you were creating. And it started to push back a little. It started to make you feel a little detached. So by the time you got to the Revolutions, who gives a shit? By the time you see 2,000 Mr. Smiths, doesn't matter. We already seen 200 of them before. But I do have a great affection for how the Wachowskis are able to bring these grand esoteric philosophical ideas and represent them in a kick-ass sci-fi kung fu adventure type film with brilliant performances by Larry Fishburne, the lady, and Keanu Reeves. Carrie-Anne Moss is her name, and I feel like an asshole for forgetting it. She was in Bye Bye Man. Hopefully, this can restart her career. 2.5 hours. I'm already exhausted. Everybody get up. It's time to jam now. Logos, ethos, and hopefully a few pathos. Holy shit, we're going back into it. Feels familiar, yet different. We're going into a new world. It's 2021. Do people still care? Did we reset the Matrix? Did we make a new one? Have we been trapped in another simulation? Was that original the actual real Matrix? Is Neo even the one? I doubt it. Have you watched Dune? Is Timothée Chalamet the one? I should do a commentary for Dune. That would sure be thrilling. Look, more sand. Hey, more sand. Trinity, the 3, the Alpha, the Omega, the Carrie-Anne Moss. The original films have a very clear green tint. You can still see a little, like, on their shirts. The Wachowskis are at such a height of their powers that they only need one of them to make a fucking masterpiece. Just like Speed Racer and Jupiter Ascending, 2 films that I have 0 criticisms of. Not Carrie-Anne Moss. They're watching the simulation. This is a new Trinity, a new world. I do like their Dragon Ball Z little power readers that they're wearing.
Yeah, it's obviously all wrong.
Why use old code to mirror something new?
I don't know.
Give us something new. So are we commenting on reboots already? Like, it seems familiar, but it's completely wrong. It's just not the original, and you can't copy the original.
Are you thinking freely yet?
Oh no, I'm really attached to this character's hair. I don't want them to die. I like how it's perpetually just rained in this world. Keys, the Keymaker. Keymaker died famously in the second one. He opened a door. Got shot like 30 times. If you just like dress as an agent, will they identify you? Will they know you're an agent? Guy wearing a suit with sunglasses on? You're one of us. Is she the new White Rabbit that's gonna pull him into the Matrix. I'm only guessing. I'm assuming Lana like rewatched the first one. Soon as the references fly at me, I'm gonna catch them.
But the moment he looked at me,
The moment he looked at me, oh, you would know that there's more to the world than our physical realm, because a being like that can only exist in a place above human mortal shells.
I am Morpheus, and I have to find Neo.
Where's Larry? Where's Larry Fishborn? Did he return amongst the fish kind?
Truth.
Get red pill, baby. We're red pilling everybody around here. You see it all around you, within you. You're told it's real, but you know, I know, there's something deeper within us, a place that we can wake up from that isn't draining the very fabric of our being, the energy being depleted to maintain this binary world only exists in ones and zeros. Oh, do we get our credits now? I was hoping it would go in a song. Keanu, you're a game designer. Why are you so sad? The program he's working on is called Binary. Wake up, sheeple. Stop wearing mask. That'd be a weird turn if I interpreted everything in this film as a anti-mask allegory. I doubt it's even explicitly trans, but god damn it, I'm gonna look for it wherever I can.
Coffee, yes. Stat.
Yes, coffee. Stat, where's mine? Got it. Got it. It's cold.
Oh, yeah? There she is. Total effing MILF.
What? You called Trinity a MILF? Trinity is a goddamn hero and a savior of the multiverse. How dare you, sir, disparage her so much?
I mean, OMG.
Oh, whoa. I love the speak. I love the internet speak, but it's done by all villains so far. Maybe they're making a point that the internet is full of weirdos and douchebags.
Decided to make a sequel to...
A sequel to the trilogy? Can't do that. So many years later?
And they made it clear they'll kill our contract if we don't cooperate.
Interesting. So they're talking about the whoring out of the meta matrix, but their parent company is quite literally whoring out the Matrix franchise every chance they get. They want you to know that they are responsible for it. Not the directors, not the producers, not the actors or the writers or the very talented production team and post-production team behind it. No, it is Daddy Warner Brothers that brought you this property that you hold so dear.
Not much of it.
You asked me what actor I would love to see in The Matrix. Neil. Love the guy. Don't know why he's here.
Do you need a refill on your prescription?
Yeah.
24 hours ago, I want to be sedated. Give me those blue pills. They make me feel better.
And who knows how many more?
Franchise, baby. Can we get the new Batman in here? Keanu Reeves, Matt Reeves. It wouldn't be too hard to get Robbie Patty over here as the Batman. They create their own reality. They can literally fuse all the Warner Brothers properties together. You get the legendary folks in here too. Get a little King Kong versus Godzilla versus Batman versus The Matrix. This is just Ready Player One I'm describing at this point. Keanu had a psychotic break. He was prescribed the blue pills, in which gave him illusion that he's actually a game developer. And the first 3 movies weren't an actual experience he had, but were in fact just games that he wrote from his mind, from the cradle of his mind. I wonder if this is like an actual meeting the Wachowskis had. Then there were like Matrix video games. Matrix games that came out on the PS2 and the Xbox 360. Were those also what he made? Or are those just things that we know about that they don't know about?
Mind if I get that?
No, you can't have my drink, asshole.
I should get more therapy, but honestly, I'm too goddamn tired.
That's something you could discuss with your therapist. I'm exhausted all the time. How do I get a better sleep? How do I sleep deeper? You can keep your kitties in the home and you can FaceTime them and be like, hey, I'm tired, help. There are no excuses for putting off your mental health. And that is why this video is sponsored by Better.
Did you base your main character on yourself?
No, he just looks like me in every aspect of his being.
There's a woman in your game.
Some might say that they're one and the same. You should remember doing the motion capture for it. Did the games come out at the same time that the movies did? Like in our real world? It's like a simulated world, so they could design it any way they want. I guess they could rewrite history. Can we just control Alt delete racism and sexism, transphobia, the homophobia, maybe organized religion, maybe control X organized religion. Who knows what would happen? It's like poetry, it rhymes. I'm really enjoying this. I like what's going on so far. I think it looks good. I like the cinematic parallels that they're drawing. You can tell that there was effort put into this. And regardless if it's cringy or not, doesn't really matter. Or maybe that's also part of the point. Maybe you're not looking through the code. Oh, this may not be Larry Fishburne, but he has his style. Don't think I could pull it off. The yellow tones look really good with his skin. I approve this costume decision. I approve it. Rubber stamp. Costume department killing it.
It was a test, an experiment.
We all experiment with pills given to us in the bathroom by random strangers. It's just a little experiment to get the creative juices going.
I know, he's having a moment.
Yeah, no! The #1 rule about making a Matrix movie is it has to be wet, drenching, soaked, pouring down. Why is there no blood? I thought this was rated R. It doesn't have to be a gore fest, but just give me a little puddle in the water. Where is Hugo? Don't get Larry, you don't get Hugo. What is happening? The cat's name is Deja Vu. That's what he said when he saw the cat. The first film, there was a cat, and then there was a second cat, and he was like, Deja Vu. That's a break in the Matrix, bro. I remember these things, and if I don't remember it, then hopefully they'll just flash back to it regardless. Is that a video game award? Good job, my dude. And then he tried to jump. Why would you work with that guy after that incident? I feel like I'd be a little weary of his mental state. Zion isn't the greatest of places. I'm not sure what condition it's in after the mechanical war. I just watched the first 3 movies like not even a year ago. So I feel like I should have a slightly better grab on it, but I do miss the graininess of the original. Definitely pretty confident that first one had film grain. Look at it, I like it.
Free my mind.
Do shrooms. Why do you think freeing your mind has to come in the form of jumping off a building? Maybe test the waters a little before we dive headfirst in.
And that when I did, you would be ready for this.
Sick ink. Hell yeah. Have you thought about getting it colored in? Maybe a little more detail added? She has more detail than the steps shaved into her head than on that bunny. Chase that rabbit, bro. Chase it.
Set and setting, right?
After our first contact went so badly, we thought elements from your past might help ease you into the present.
That's why they start off with the familiar imagery. That's why you think we're entering the Trinity scene from the first movie. Why wouldn't the game look like a video game?
Blah, blah, blah.
Why would the simulation put Trinity within the same vicinity of Neo? Why would they put him in a situation where he could be reminded of the world that came before? Put him in some remote cabin, off in the who fucking cares? Maybe make his handler his wife. I don't know.
Maybe there's no foundation to the rumors that you disappeared because you were working with the machines from the beginning.
He's a sleeper agent. Now that is an interesting pull. Being awake, being asleep, dreaming, real worlds, not real worlds. These are all themes. I'm understanding them. I'm absorbing them. I get where this movie's coming from. Bullet time all the time. I saw a mask. My theory holds up. This is a big old metaphor. You sheeple, wear your mask. Wish they did a little more than just shoot them. There's a whole lot of shooting, and I feel like all the combat protocol didn't really get down. That was funny. That was funny. Not the goop! The goopy goop! Pull it out. Back at it again, baby. That's cool looking. The art design is still there. Body horror, good call. Will get you every time. Flush him, flush him. I liked when he got flushed. Where's he going? Trinity, why would they put their pods next to each other? If they have such a powerful connection, there's gonna be some bullshit explanation like, we tried it without you two, but he just wasn't strong enough to power to continue on. He kept breaking the matrix to find you because his true self, the true being that he needs to be, is through you. Can you ask me before you penetrate my spinal cord? Has this actor done anything? Do I know who this actor is? Oh, he was in Watchmen. He was Dr. Manhattan. Yes, this actor's great. Okay, may not have gotten Larry Fishburne back, but this dude is solid. Just like Neo, I can now see through the facade. Sure, paralyze him, break his back. Who cares? None of it's real. What you gotta do, and this works in every combat situation, he's gotta crouch down as low as you can, just kind of uppercut them, and just kind of keep hitting that. They can't block it, and you will wear them down to nothing. Flawless technique. I love that Keanu doesn't have an ego. Unlike The Rock, unlike Vin Diesel, these fools that refuse to lose a fight, that's gonna hurt our brand. Keanu will get the shit kicked out of him. Sure, he'll win in the end, but he's gonna do it while bleeding, bruised, and broken. He'll be on the ground crying in desperation, but he will still fight through. That vulnerability, that human ability, even though he does extraordinary things, you can still see the pain in him as he fights, and he knows as an actor that desperation makes the fights feel more real. It makes them feel more intense, like there's actual stakes in it. How's she shaving her head? Do they have razors in Zion? I would assume there aren't really many grooming tools in this world, but her eyebrows seem to be doing fine. I thought that you take on a crazy personality, you take on some crazy hairdo within the Matrix because that's where you are able to express yourselves, because you are so limited by these raggedy sweaters, as cozy as they may look. But she has no issues fully keeping her hair, her eyebrows under control. A girl has priorities in the Matrix as well as out of it. Did they find her body? Was that not her body? Did they build her a new body?
Moment for me.
Berg is our resident neologist.
He's gonna turn into a traitor. Berg, I'm in love with Neo, so much so. You're a disappointment. I must kill you, become better than you, become the new Neo. I know where you're going with this. Surprise me, Lana.
Welcome to Io.
Did we give up on Zion? Zion just fucking IO? Ones and zeros? Z-I-O-N, Zion. Yo, who's this old lady? You an oracle? You oracling? You orkin over here?
Head of botany, and this is clearly.
Is she an oracle? We all orkin?
He ignored them. He was certain what you had done could not be undone.
Morpheus, always the optimist. That is his undoing. That will be his undoing.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but neither does growing old.
I wouldn't want a war brought to my little refugee city either, so I don't really blame her. I understand. I don't give a shit about the one. What about the thousands that are here. We need to live. Neo wakes up and he's immediately like, I want to endanger this entire city right now. Let's do it. Don't you remember? I flew. I put my hands in the man's chest cavity and he turned into fragments of himself. Good view. How's the atmosphere down here? Is it breathable? Are these old lesbians? You want to make me sad? You want to make me feel for our character? Make them a sad old lesbian. And that's why I love Neo, because on the inside, he's the saddest lesbian of all. Ooh, is this true? Is this true? This is almost a $200 million film. Here at Warner Brothers, we love burning money. We love watching it disintegrate right before our eyes. Haven't you seen Zack Snyder's Justice League? They have too much power. Maybe we should break them up. Maybe we should stop them. But they make the things we like. They make the things I recognize with my eyeballs. So should I be angry? They're giving me what I want. They're giving me Keanu as Neo and this guy as Hugo Weaving. Doesn't quite have the same forehead, but he does a really good impression. I'm sure that got him the job.
Extremely violent revenge fantasies, but in order for me to pursue mine, I need to dissuade you from pursuing yours.
Sounds like conflict.
It's meta. They had to design conflict. They had to bring Agent Smith back. Warner Brothers was probably like, we couldn't do this without Smith. Smith is the core. He's the bad guy. He's the representation of the Matrix itself. He's the greatest adversary in film history. The French boy, he made a woman orgasm over cake. Cool guy. Why is he wearing rags though? I feel like Agent Smith could have probably bought him a shirt or just made one. It's the Matrix. Nothing matters. I love the setting. They're doing a really good job of making the world feel like the same world from the first film. It feels like that grimy set design that they had in the original, and I'm all for it. A lot of these remakes, reboots, sequels, long past, they take away all that like 90s grime and they just make it so clean. J.J. Abrams sterilization, that is just so gross feeling and so obviously fake. Still a little grit, even if like the physical grain isn't there. The first one is like, what, 2 hours, 20 minutes? So we're kind of on the same pacing as that. Oh, a little hint to Batman v Superman with the kitchen sink.
I've seen my parents die in a gutter.
You think you're Superman? You think you're all powerful? And he says, nay, I have a force field, motherfucker. But if the action's good, if it looks good, characters can be dorky. Humans are cringy. Humans are the most cringe. And if we embrace that more, then maybe us too can escape our programming.
In the dream, you were surrounded by police.
A premonition, seeing the he can start your heart. He will put his hand in there, grab onto your heart, and he will pump that boy. I like the frame rate. What they're doing with like his frame rate and his stutter is an interesting idea to have different frame rate characters interacting with one another. I'm glad they're not erasing the third movie though. They're owning the fuck up to it. They're like, yeah, that third movie happened and it's a major part of this film. So suck it, asshole.
We worked for years trying to activate your source code. When I realized...
What did I fucking say? We tried to bring you back, but then we realized we couldn't do it without the lady. We needed the lady. Can he perceive the words he's saying, or is he just talking to himself at this point?
The worse we treat you, the more we manipulate you, the more energy you produce.
It's like the real world. The more they take your power away, the more they take the means of production out of the hands of the people creating the things we need. The more you're afraid, the more output you have. We were blinded. Don't trust your therapist is the message we're going with.
It would be you.
Hello, Neo.
I know you.
The little girl? The little girl with the... Yeah, from the train. Yes! Is it the same actor? I don't know. Children and adults just don't look similar to me. He helped them get on a train, and they said, "No, Neo, you're a little sketchy. Don't come with us."
You are the one captain that I am ordering.
Well, now you don't have to order me, General, because I'm volunteering.
Can't fire me because I quit. You can't hire me because I am already hiring myself. They believe in Neo so much, they believe in her. I am inspired by their inspiration to inspire.
Small hexagonal vent. This vent feeds the air intake into the corpuscular modifier, which oxygenates the biogel used in Neo's pod.
Big fan of tech speak, how it's made. One of my favorite series is How It's Made a series. I don't know. I like seeing the processes in which things do work because it makes them interesting. What a useful ball of marbles he is. What a useful boy. Why isn't everyone this computerized bots of marbles? Love that image. Love it. Fucking, powerful. Love the colors, the tint of green, the reds. Oh, everyone got invited to the well talk. Can't they just put the mission in their brains? Can't they just load the mission? You can ride them? Bullshit. I would have one. I would have a best friend, a sentient friend. One of these bug boys, of course I would jump on their back. Love hers, love the buns. I think the space buns are adorable. Keanu looking clean cut with his lawn. Love age Keanu. A hint of oak and a long career of underrated performances and effort. No sunglasses on Neo. I like this new kind of haggard look. He doesn't need to impress anyone in the Matrix. He doesn't have to conform to their aesthetics. A disgruntled old man who's tired of this shit. Oh my god, it's the police. It's just like what she said. Neil Patrick Harris. A big old villain. Big old villain boy. Not as interesting or charismatic as Hugo Weaving, but not many people are. Maybe Jeremy Irons? Jeremy Irons. If the machines are sentient, can't they just do it? Can't they just do it? No. Just yank her out. Just yank that shit. She'll be great. Middle America just wants to see Keanu doing the bullet time and maybe some fun commentary on the world we live in. They don't really care about the deeper meaning. They're just watching a fun movie. We're just gonna sit down in a movie theater, watch the characters we grew up knowing and loving.
I own that mistake. Shouldn't have pressed. Women used to be so easy to control.
That's held us back. They complain about the internet. They complain about us having real conversations. Women used to be so much easier to control. People actually gaining their autonomy, people actually gaining their freedom is like the worst thing you can do against the programming. Because the programming, they feed you lies, you have handlers, groom you into believing the reality that is around you, this binary reality in which you live in. You can find happiness, you can find your true self, but the second you act on it, the second you actually break your coding, it threatens the entire universe. Does that make it woke? I don't think so. I think that just makes it like human. The further you push, the further people try to hold on to the past, hold on to what they know, hold on to what brought them comfort. So I guess I understand the metaphorical use of the movie making process, reboots in general, the nostalgia that we live in, wanting to hold on and preserve the past, wanting everyone around you to do that as well to justify your own feelings within that past. I think I'm enjoying this movie. I hope everyone else is too, and it's not like a pity debate war on the internet. I sure hope this doesn't turn into another season of film discourse ripe with very logical, consistent, and good faith arguments, just like The Last Jedi.
Oh no, move!
The swarm is coming, didn't you hear? They're like zombies, trying to tell you that the movie's bad. The internet trolls are swarming. Maybe I'm taking it too far. Let's fly. Let's go. Fly time. That's funny. That made me laugh. That joke worked. Do people not watch Speed Racer? Do they not understand the Wachowski's sense of humor? Really, this entire film is a PSA about wearing your helmet when operating a motorized vehicle. Not any motorized vehicle. You can drive a car without a helmet on. I like that he just stops them. He's just like, no, I don't have to dodge this shit. I'm just done with them. Just stop your stupid bullets. I'm sick of them. What does that mean? How's he hacking the code in his brain? I don't know. Oh, we're on a rooftop. There's a helicopter. These are things I know. I know how this typically ends. Yes, I like that. He threw the rocket at the other helicopter. I approved. I like it. It went boom. She's the one's true one. Connect as one, they become one. Trinity is the actual true one, and she has been this whole time. That's why she keeps being resurrected. Fly, Trinity, touch the sun, become the daughter. Time to jump off that rooftop for real this time. Let's go. Where we're going, we don't need roads to chain. Did not see the chain. Where we're going, we don't need feet. What did I say? She's the one. I'm Neo, baby. We're the same person, baby. It took them 22 years, but the transformation is complete. Goals. Transition goals. My God, she rocks that leather jacket so hard. What the fuck?
The sheeple aren't going anywhere.
We got it. Mark that off on the bingo card. He said sheeple. The goddamn math.
Just remind people what a free mind can do.
I forgot. It's easy to forget.
He makes it easy.
Daddy.
Something you should think about.
I love this. I wish this was a whole movie. Give me a whole movie with just Neo and Trinity's back and forth. Absolute fucking perfection.
I think I heard a shot!
I don't know what the fuck this knockoff Rage Against the Machine song is, but it's definitely a way to end the movie. That was long, and there's a lot of credits to it. A little teaser at the end.
What we need is a series of videos that we call the cat tricks.
If you're gonna bring the game back out of retirement, if you're gonna revisit these characters and this world, you gotta do it with a purpose. And I felt like all the references, all the callbacks, all the mimicking of the original films was on purpose. The diversions, the twisting of it, wasn't to be like, ha ha, he he. It was more of a diversion of expectations on a fundamental level with the themes of the movie, to divert from what people expect, to divert from what makes people comfortable. And I really appreciate how they made Trinity the sole focus, the sole hero of the movie. We have to get her. I cannot be me without this woman a part of me. I respect with what they did with it. A lot of the dialogue was kind of cringy. Their back and forth is really good, but we didn't get a lot of it. There's a lot of surrogate characters that are like, how much do you take them seriously versus how much are they just a commentary? But overall, when it comes back to it, the action was good, the camera work was good, the lighting was good, the costumes were good. For $200 million, it fucking better be. Like, the story, the narrative built on what they created while trying to kind of rationalize the shortcomings or the questions that you may have had. Am I rushing to sit through all 2.5 hours again? There's a lot of conversations in chairs, most of them good, most of them on theme. I may have fast forwarded through some. Slam it or jam it. The Matrix Resurrections gets a soft jam it from me. Thank you for watching my commentary on The Matrix. What did you think about the movie? Stay posy, stay squazzy, and I will catch you on the flip side. Toodles.